Hello. It is Kitchen Counter Oracle on this lovely hump day morning with an upcoming new moon energy check-in for water elements. Years ago, before I decided to start afresh and anew over here, I said, water ain't keeping y'all's damn secrets no more. Water is the most unappreciated element. Like, it's taken for granted. But what people fail to understand is what sustains life can also take life. Y'all ever seen the North Sea? Whew. If that ain't some haunted waters, I don't know what is, because the less haunted the water, the calmer it's going to be. Another example is the Atlantic Ocean. That mofo is the Lake Lanier of the seven seas, and I will die standing on that hill. I said what I said. Whenever a hurricane organically forms off the coast of Africa, watch its path. Note that I said organically forms off the coast of Africa, because the path it follows is the path in which the slave ships took. I said what I said. I said what I said. Because the funny thing is, it's one of those downloads. It's like, am I tripping? Like, what the fuck? Because this was one of those things when I started getting deeper into my mediumship abilities. Because at first I really thought I was tripping. I really did. And it's just like, well, Charlie, you got a Scorpio sun and a Scorpio stellium. What'd you think was going to happen? You inherited all the clairs and the empath skills from your mama's side of the family. You got the witch blood and the indigenous heritage from your daddy's side of the family. So it was just bound to be festive. If you catch my drift adrift. And on top of that, when you... Speaking of that, I've known about every curse, whether it was intentionally done or not, on my life, and I know who started it, and so on down the line. Some of us are the Joseph of our families. Hi, I'm the Joseph. Is it exhausting? Yes. Is forgiveness when it's your family that is betraying you extremely hard? Yeah, it is. And I think what some people don't understand is you don't control whether someone forgives you or not, especially when you are the offender. And I will tell you this here and now, the reason the churches preach forgiveness like they do, it's because the church is the one. Like, church is the reason a lot of us go through a lot of spiritual warfare, because we don't conform to those teachings. When you wake up, it's just like, these mofos have been lying to me my entire life. What the hell? You're going to get called a lot of things. Crazy, definitely. I was raised by a top-notch narc and sociopath. I've learned a thing or two. I've learned a thing or two. And in that process, I learned that some people really will completely deactivate a vessel in the name of having their secrets kept. sometimes people go out of the way to find out who you are in the name of keeping their secrets a secret. But the problem is, by them attacking you, you learn all their secrets. Yeah. When they attack you, and you are genuinely gifted, you are genuinely anointed, you're going to learn all their secrets. You're going to know what they do before they do it, and right as they do it. I ain't playing. Now the thing is, when it's the people you thought loved you, it hurts like hell. It really and truly does. And there's a lot, and again, back to the concept of how forgiveness is taught in church. There's a lot of people who think forgiveness means access. But what they fail to understand is forgiveness does not mean trust. You can forgive a person, but never trust them ever again. Because I will tell you this here and now. If betrayal was so easy to forgive, Satan would still have a spot next to God's throne in heaven. The only thing is, Satan showed his true colors. The crimes he committed against God was enough. Because my thing is, you do it once, you do it again. And there's a lot of people who want to say, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. I am a firm believer in making sure the enemies stay the fuck out my house. I will change locks, I will change access codes, the whole 9 yards. Control, Alt, delete your ass out of my life. Playing with you. You'd be amazed at the number of people who will go to a caster and have work done over their own children and grandchild out of jealousy and envy. Because the funny thing is, I remember my grandmother taking me to a local palm reader in town. I remember it. I was probably like 3 or 4. It was just around the time my mom had passed away. And I remember my grandmother taking me to this shop. And instead of reading palms, there were tarot cards. But the funny thing is, I was naturally repulsed by dark spirits, even as a small child. I was repulsed by my own grandfather. And the funny thing is, this reader was like my elementary school had a fair one year, and they had the reader there just for fun. And she read my palm. And the way she said, you are going to be a very hard worker. I later on pieced together, that bitch put a curse over my life. She knew who I was, but way before I did. And I was in the 3rd grade. I didn't think anything about it now, but it's like there's little pieces that will come forward the more you awaken. And it's to tell you the truth, but it's to also test you. It's to also test you. And I can hear a lot of y'all saying, great, another one. But trust me, I feel you. I've been tested since the day I was born. And I'm 38 now. I was supposed to die a decade ago, apparently. But here I am. And the funny thing is, the people who tried to stop me, it was because of they were afraid of me becoming what I am today, and that is powerful in my own name and my own right. And I'm not talking about looks and money. I'm talking about spiritual gifts. The ability to see, hear, touch, taste, smell. The truly powerful can manifest with just a mere thought. And that is what people are afraid of. They're afraid of what I can bring in. And that's also why a lot of folks have tried to spiritually tether themselves to me over the years. It was in the name of harnessing this manifestation ability for themselves and their financial gain. The only problem is, I know everything they did. God knows everything they did. And the funny thing is, they have to pay me back tenfold. And I keep hearing avenged sevenfold. For those who don't know, that is a band, and I've been listening to them for almost 20 years. Damn. Showing age. Anybody here? If anybody from the band is here, hi, welcome. And so on down that line. But avenged sevenfold is also from the Bible. So we're going to be avenged times 7, times 10, 10s are completion, so it could just be the end of a cycle, finally. And with that, I gotta go to work, so everyone enjoy your day. Oh, and have a happy Thanksgiving.